मेरो आवाज त ठिक आइरहेछ नि हेलो मेरो आवाज राम्रो सुनिरहेछ
सुनिरहेको छ
ओके ओके थ्यांक यू
पानी परेर सिन्धुपाल्चोकतिर हुनु त रहेछ क्या हाम्रो चाहिँ अनि त्यसले गर्दा अलि समस्या छ एकैछिन है
ओके सर
पंकज के साह्रो घबराएको पंकज तिमी थर्ड असार
क्लास कति बजेबाट सुरु हुने हो?
यो हेभी रेनिङ उपेन्द्र सबैभन्दा अगाडि आउने मान्छे है कुरेर बसिरहेछ।
ठिक छ केही छ पर्खिहाल्नु पर्ने छ र दिदी त
आज त पुरा चिल्लो भएको छ त उपेन्द्र त क्या ह्यान्डसम भएको छ त केटो सधैँ यस्तै हो नि अनि त
होइन सर आज ल्यापटप दाइको अफिसको काम भएन आज अनि अब ल्यापटप
गुड लक लाग्थ्यो कि ल सुबिन
हजुर सर
आज हाम्रो गेस्ट चाहिँ चिफ गेस्ट के अरे हाम्रो आजको गेस्ट स्पिकर चाहिँ यो रिलिफ प्रोग्राममा जानुभएको अनि उसमा गएको अड्किरहनु भएको छ कि हि इज ट्राइङ टु कम्युनिकेट। अब लेट्स सी हामीलाई कस्तो हुन्छ। अहिले चाहिँ हामी केही न केही उ गरौँ न त द युनिभर्स भन्ने च्याप्टरको केही क्वेसनहरू जानु है त। ओके you have a good read.
Start गर्दा हुन्छ सर यो पढ्ने है सर?
Okay, go ahead.
Thanks sir. The universe, brightest star of our solar system, Sirius. The Earth's annual circuit around the Sun covers a distance of 966 million kilometers. The speed per minute at which the Earth revolves around the Sun is more than 1600 kilometers. Gas most predominant in the Sun, hydrogen. The time taken by the Uranus to revolve around the Sun is approximately 84 years. Brightest planet as seen from the Earth, Venus. The distance between the Earth and the Sun is greatest during aphelion. The Earth rotates on its axis from west to east. Planets of solar system with sunrise in the west and set in the east, Venus. The dwarf planet Pluto's orbit around the Sun takes about 248 years. The biggest star in our solar system is Sun. The nearest star to Earth, excepting the Sun in our galaxy, is Proxima Centauri. First person to observe sunspots, Galileo Galilei. Sunspots is cooler areas which move about on the sun's surface and shows up dark spots. The only planet in the solar system which rotates on its axis from east to west is Uranus. The distance between the Earth and the Sun 1 astronomical unit, 1 AU. Sun is bigger in its size than the Earth, 109 times. Neutron, one of the particles of an atom discovered in 1932. The sun's heat and light energy reaches the Earth by which mode of transmission? Radiation. Moon take to return to the same position among the constellations, 28 days. Planet takes the least time to complete one revolution around the sun, Mercury. Two planets which appear as morning star in the eastern sky and evening star in the western sky are Mercury and Venus. Two planets lying between the sun and the earth, Mercury and Venus. First to determine that the day on the Mars, like ours, roughly 24 hours long, Giordano Bruno. Sun rate take to travel from sun to the earth, 500 seconds. The comet named after Edmund Halley reappears after the time interval of every 76 years. Titan, the largest moon in the solar system, is also the largest moon of Saturn. First person to measure the size of another planet, Christian Huygens. First to speculate that Venus completely covered with clouds, Christian Huygens. The atoms composed of elementary particles, 3. Name given to the path of the sun amongst the stars in our galaxy, ecliptic. The visible part of the sun is called ionosphere. Planets reflects back to space the highest percentage of light it receives from the sun than any other planet of the solar system, Venus. The writer of the book, Harmonies of the World, Johannes Kepler. If the Earth to stop its rotatory motion on its axis, there will be no day and night as at present. Part of the solar system, the sun located approximately at the center of the system. The planet turns on its axis in 24 hours and 37 minutes, Mars. First to measure the distance around the sun, Eratosthenes. The planet almost the same mass, size and density as the Earth is Venus. The temperature at the surface of the sun and its center is respectively about 6000 Kelvin. Sun, age about 5 billion years. Diameter 138,400 kilometer. Photosphere temperature 5770 Kelvin. Core temperature 150 lakh Kelvin. Absolute visual magnitude 4.7. Rotation as seen from the Earth at the equator 25.38 days. Rotation near the poles 33 days. The sun consists of 71% of hydrogen, 26.5% helium, and 2.5% of other elements. The rays of the sun takes about 8 minutes to reach the Earth. Mercury. It is the planet nearest to the Earth. Average distance to the sun 57.6 million kilometer. Diameter 4849.6 kilometer. Period of rotation 16 hours 10 minutes. Period of rotation 58 days 15 hours 30 minutes 34 seconds. Distance to go to the sun. Distance from the sun 0.4 AU. Venus. It is also known as the morning star or the evening star. It is the brightest and hottest of all planets. Diameter 12,032 kilometer. Period of revolution 225 days. Period of rotation 243 days 14 minutes. Distance from the sun 0.7 astronomical units. Earth. Equatorial diameter 12,756 kilometer. Polar diameter 12,714 kilometer. Period of revolution 365 days 5 hours 48 minutes 45.51 second. Period of rotation 23 hours 56 minutes 4.09 second. Surface area 510,100,500 square kilometers. Polar radius 6,357 kilometers. Land surface 148,950,800 square kilometers, 29.08%. Water surface 361,149,700 square kilometers, 70.92%. Mean distance from the sun. Mean distance from the sun 1,495,97,900 kilometer. Period of revolution 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes, 45.51 second. Equatorial circumference 40,075 kilometer. Polar circumference 40,008 kilometers. Equatorial radius 6,700. Equatorial radius 6,377 kilometer. Equatorial diameter.
Madai. Hello. 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 Mina Tamangबाट आउनु भएको हो दाइ? Who is this Mina Tamang? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Who is this?
Sir, I'm Meena Tamang.
Can you please open your video? We thought our guest speaker arrived. You are really too much, huh? Video on गर्छ त हजुरले? Why you late?
Sir, net आई भर्खर आएको त्यही भएर.
Sir, carry on गर्दा हुन्छ?
Please carry on.
Yes, thanks. Equatorial diameter 1,22,756 kilometer. Period of rotation 23 hours 56 minutes 4.091 second. Escape velocity from the earth 11 kilometer per second minimum. Distance from the sun 1 AU. Mars, it is red in color. Diameter 6,755.2 kilometer. Period of revolution 687 days. Period of rotation 24 hours 37 minutes 22.663 second. Distance from the sun 1.5 AU. Jupiter, this is the largest planet in the solar system. Its mass is 2.5 times larger than other 7 planets put together. It is mostly composed of hydrogen. Diameter 1,41,968 kilometer. Period of revolution 11.9 years. Period of rotation 9 hours 50 minutes 30 seconds. Satellites 67 known satellites. Its four largest satellites are Greatings, Callisto, Io, and Europa. Distance from the sun 5.2 AU. Saturn. It was discovered by Galileo Galilei. Diameter 1,19,296 kilometer. Distance from the sun 9.5 AU. Period of revolution 29.5 years. Period of rotation 10 hours 40 minutes. Only one planet with rings. Number of satellites 62. Main are Titan and Enceladus. Uranus. Diameter 52,096 kilometer. Distance from the sun 19.3 AU. Period of revolution 84 years. Period of rotation 16 hours 10 minutes. Number of satellites 27 known satellites. The largest one are Titania, Oberon, Umbriel, Ariel, and Miranda. Neptune. Diameter 49,000 kilometer. Distance from the sun 30 AU. Period of revolution 165 years. Period of rotation 18 hours 26 minutes. Number of satellites 14 known satellites. The largest one is Triton. Pluto. This is the coldest and smallest dwarf planets. It is also the most distant one. Diameter 3,040 kilometers. Distance from the Sun 39 AU. Period of revolution 248 years. Period of rotation 6 days, 9 hours and 14 minutes. AU, astronomical unit. It is measuring unit of astronomical distance. The distance between the Sun and Earth is 1 AU. Moon. Moon is Earth's natural satellite. Its period of rotation and period of revolution are the same, that is 29 days. Color of planet. Mercury, gray. Rocks, no atmosphere. Venus, pale yellowish, white, sulfuric clouds. Earth, blue with white clouds, water and atmosphere. Mars, orange or rusty red color, so it is called a red planet. Jupiter, orange with white bands. Saturn, pale yellow tarnish. Uranus, light blue-green, methane clouds. Neptune, darker blue, methane clouds. Dwarf planet Pluto, light brown. Geological history of Earth. Geological history of Earth. The Earth is believed to have originated about 4,600 million years ago. The main geological events in the history of Earth can be categorized in the following eras. Precambrian era. This is the longest area of the classification of the history of Earth. It marks the origin of Earth. This era ended 570 million years ago. The chief events that took place in this era include formation of crust, continents and oceans, origin of life, formation of present-day atmosphere, etc. Paleozoic era. Precambrian era was followed by Paleozoic era. This era contains 6 time periods. First, Cambrian period. Second, Ordovician period. Third, Silurian period. Fourth, Devonian period. Fifth, Carboniferous period. Sixth, Permian period. This era ended 225 million years ago. The geological events of importance include Caledonian mountains rise, Appalachians and Central European mountains come up, life comes ashore, etc. Mesozoic era. This era started about 225 million years ago and ended about 65 million years ago. This era includes 3 main periods. First, Triassic period. Second, Jurassic period. Third, Cretaceous period. Important events of this era were Urals rise up, India splits from Antarctica, Pangaea starts to break up, etc. Fourth, Cenozoic era. This era is the last in the classification. It started about 65 million years ago. Cenozoic era is made up of 2 periods, Tertiary period and Quaternary period. The Tertiary period contains the following 5 epochs: Paleocene, Ecocene, Oligocene, Miocene, and Pliocene. The Quaternary period can be divided into 2 epochs, Pleistocene and Holocene. The main developments of this era include formation of the Rockies, Himalayas, and Alps. Australia splits away from Antarctica. India collides with Asia. The current time can be put into Cenozoic era, Quaternary period, and Holocene epoch.
Thank you so much. Now it's time for Vishal Timilsina.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
You start.
From the Earth, right, sir? The Earth is an oblate spheroid. It is almost dented a little at the pole. Interior is layered. It is composed of 3 major layers: the crust, the mantle, and the core. The crust formed only 0.5% of the volume of the Earth. The mantles form 6%, and the cores has its share of 83%. Earth being a spherical body center at 64,000 kilometers via the mean radius of the Earth. Motions of the Earth. Earth axis is an imaginary line which runs right axis and bound its axis, which always remains include at an angle of 66 or 1 degree due to plane of the Earth orbit. Rotation. The spinning Earth on its axis takes 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4,091 seconds to complete one rotation. Day and night are caused due to the rotation of the Earth at the equator. This is a 12 hours day and 24 hours night revolution. The movement of the Earth around the Sun simultaneously with its rotation is called revolution. The Earth moves around the Sun at the speed of about 1 lakh cubic per hour. It takes 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 45,051 seconds to complete one revolution. Causes of seasons is due to the revolution of the Earth. Lithosphere. It is the outer solid part of the Earth, including the crust and uppermost is at age dependent. Oceanic lithosphere. The lithosphere is composed of the crust and hard upper mantle. The oceanic
विजय निकै डिस्टर्ब छ तिम्रो गीत यु गो
subdust lithosphere.
Sir,
you start here.
so me? So may I?
Go ahead.
Mantle journalists. Mantle journalists provide unique information about the chemistry and mineralogy of deep lithospheric rock types. Cryosphere. The cryosphere is an imperial space station in the music star system, which is considered to be major strategic importance. With the cryosphere, the largest human-built extrasolar space station in existence. Control can be maintained over the whole system. A structure. The structure of snow consists of two interconnecting phases, ice and pore, space, gas, and sometimes a third phase, liquid water. This paper is mostly limited to methods for observing the structure of cold, dry snow. Sea ice. Sea ice is a thin, fragile, solid layer that forms in the polar ocean. It forms a boundary between the relatively warm ocean and the cooler atmosphere. Frozen ground is soil or rock in which part or all of the water has frozen. If the ground is frozen all year long, we call it permafrost or permanently frozen ground. The land, hardened and without any liquid water, is made up of mineral particles of soils, grains, and rock debris of various sizes, cemented together by ice. Tectonic plates. A tectonic plate is a massive, irregularly shaped slab or solid rock, generally composed of both continental and oceanic lithosphere. Its size can vary greatly, from a few hundred to thousands of kilometers across the Pacific, and Antarctic plates are among the largest. Type of plate boundaries. Crossing, convergent boundaries, pulling apart divergent boundaries, side-sweeping and transform boundaries, driving forces. Driving force as seen through the eyes of experts in the field. It is organized so you can see particular driving force, see who agrees, and they what others in that list believe. Magnetic striping. There are two types of magnetic striping. One is a phenomenon that appears on the ocean floor. The other is a method of encrypting data on plastic cards. Plate reconstruction. It is a process of reconstructing the positions of tectonic plates relative to other relative motions or to other reference frames, such as the Earth's magnetic field or groups of hotspots in the geological past. This helps determine the shape and makeup of ancient supercontinents and provide a basis for paleogeographic reconstruction. Magnetic field. A magnet produces a vector field, the magnetic field at all point in the space around it. It can be defined by measuring the
नानी
force. Sir?
गेस्ट आइसक्यो है सो सरी
Yes.
आजको
Sir?
चिफ गेस्ट स्पिकर सर आइसक्नु भएको छ सो